Well, he responded to the whole situation, and he basically said it's a shakedown. Tony Busby was always targeting black men. It was a consensual relationship and so forth. And look, I'm sure it was consensual, but there is some stuff in there that makes it look bad. So, for example, there's text messages where the girl's like, I didn't want you to do anal and not use a condom, and I don't care what we used to do. That's not, that's not cool. And he's like, oh, let's just talk about it later. So there's some rapey type stuff in there.
But see, a street nigga's gonna look at that and be like, I ain't even texting back to that.
Yeah, that's something you don't respond to.
You know what I mean? With common sense, like I'm just saying.
You don't even respond to that.
Because you're Shannon Sharp, and this is where it goes back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I wouldn't even say nothing.
Just nothing. You're right.
You leave her on scene, like, what are you even talking about? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're Shannon Sharp. Like you said, you're about to get 100 mil. So you got to be careful how you move, especially with women.
Well, yeah.
When you could go out there and find a good woman that appreciate, if you offering this chick 10 mil, you can find a chick, no disrespect to her, but you can find a chick way better than that. You know what I'm saying? That is gonna appreciate whatever. You can go take a chick $1 million shopping, you got money like that. If you could throw away 10 million like that, you can find a good woman, y'all, here's $1 million, go shopping. And there's women that'll be loyal. Like, why? Like, the type of woman you rolling the dice with.
Yeah, I mean, she was 19. She was an OnlyFans model.
Yeah, come on. You know the type of woman that you rolling the dice with. Yeah. And you could be an OnlyFans model, because I try not to judge nobody. But my whole thing is, like, the type of woman that, she's way younger, you rolling the dice with. She might be a little wild. I'm not saying she is. But for me, I'm just saying, you know what you rolling the dice with. But when you do mistakes like that, you don't know who you are as a person. You Shannon Sharp, you blowing up. You one of the biggest
media guys
in the world.
Yeah.
That's why, look, Tax Stone hit me in the DM. Yo, I appreciate you, bro. He hit me up, leave me voice messages, because I tell him he was one of the next dudes to be the biggest
I agree.
podcast dude, if that unfortunately didn't happen, rest in peace, Banger, to Banger, you know what I'm saying? Well, supposedly or whatever. He got trial for whatever.
He was convicted,
but he was like one of the next dudes to come.
Yeah, that was my friend. I did his last interview before he got locked up. Right after. But he had been out for a year. So we all thought, like, okay, it's whatever.
Right.
I mean, we never talked about
you
nothing.
watch sports? I got to shout out Max Siegelman. I got to shout out Max Siegelman, the New York Knicks, Garden of Dreams charity event, Radio City Music Hall.
Nice.
Thanks for having me, because I'm out here just trying to evolve and do better, and I want to shout out the Knicks. They always take care of me. Last game was a little awkward, but it was fun. You know what I mean? Everybody asking me questions.
Wait. Oh, because 50 was sitting in front of Joe Budden?
There.
Yeah.
But for me, it was...
Were you there?
I was there.
Oh, okay.
I was behind Cloud Frazier. I was right there. You look on my page, I'm right behind Cloud Frazier.
Okay, so when you're sitting there and you could see 50 like from across?
Yeah, Buttons and 50 and them was all on the other side.
So you're watching this, and what do you think?
I was scared for Joe Buttons. But at the same time, it's the playoffs. So the energy, you paying attention to the game.
Yeah.
See, Madison Square Garden is like the airport. If you pop off in there, you're banned forever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not a place like that you want to get in an altercation. If you know what I'm saying? Because you courtside. You start a fight there, it's like it's going to make the news. Like,
yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of a fight in the Garden.
Nah, it's Madison Square Garden, man.
Yeah.
You know?